Hi guys, Maureen Kamari of Amari Baking Center here. So today I want to cover three tips for anybody who's thinking of getting a shop. So sometimes maybe if you're a baker who's baking for sale and your sales go down, maybe you think the next step is actually to get a shop out there. And sometimes that is the good decision, sometimes not so good. So today I just want to talk about three things you need to consider before you actually get a shop out there to grow your baking business. So the first thing I want you to consider when you're getting a shop is do you have enough capital? Now there's two types of capital when you're, starting a business or even starting a shop that you need to consider. First is what we call startup capital. This is the amount of money you need to actually set up this shop. Whether it is paying rent for 3 months for the shop, putting up shelves, you need money to actually initially set up the shop that you do not expect to get back right away. It could even be buying stock for 1 or 2 months, or just money you need to actually start off the shop and actually have it in place in a way that you can actually start. Get the legal requirements if it's a license, maybe get food handler certificate for you and whoever else you're going to be having in that shop. Have labor at least to pay somebody for like 2 months in that shop. This is startup capital you're going to need to actually set up this shop and open it. So this is money you're not going to expect to get at least for the next 6 to 8 months. So first you need to consider if you have startup capital. Now for the next type of capital you need is what we call working capital. This is money that you're gonna use for working in this shop. So this can be once again back to labor and ingredients. Money you're gonna need to buy ingredients for the next 3 months or 4 months before your business actually really starts making money very nicely. This could be money to pay people, to pay rent for the next 6 to 8 months. Just money you need for everyday use that you're gonna need in that bakery without expecting the sales to give you that amount of money. Now you need that money because it's the only way you can have a shop to be sustainable. You need money to set up and money to work for at least 3 months at least. Don't have 1 month or 2 month, guys. I've had a shop. I think I've shared this story of how I failed. And if you don't have enough money, especially working capital, you're probably going to end up closing that shop. So make sure you actually have enough money to start and continue on this shop for at least 3 months, if possible, 6 months. So if you have that money, then it's okay. You can actually start a shop or a baking shop for your business. Remember, part of your working capital has to actually include marketing costs. Are you going to be able to market your business in this location while you're there? So make sure part of the money you have is to advertise this business. Is it that you need to advertise by putting up signs? Do you still need to do online paid ads to just pull people to your business? Maybe you need to do marketing samples or like giveaways for your product so that people can actually come to the shop that you have. So make sure you have even enough money to actually market your business and especially market your new shop. Second thing you need to consider if you have a good location for your shop. So maybe you have actually found a shop or maybe you're in the process of looking for a shop. You need to make sure you get a good location. By good location, what do I mean? I mean that you have a location where the products you'll be selling, you'll get a target market for those products. You also need a location where there's a lot of foot traffic, not somewhere where nobody passes or only passes a certain time. You need somewhere people are actually passing through and they're gonna be the right buyers for your product. So if you have a high-end product, make sure maybe it's an estate or a place where people don't mind high quality, high cost baked goods. Or if you're looking for fast moving, more of the middle class people to buy your product who are looking at budget, make sure you're offering the right type of products for that kind of person. Because if you set up a shop in the wrong place, you will not get any sales and that might lead to you closing. So make sure you have a good location. Maybe if you've gotten really honest with yourself and the first things, two things that I've said you need to consider, you don't have enough working or setup capital, and you may not even have a really good location. If those two things you cannot say yes to those two things, then maybe you do not need to get a shop. Sometimes as much as we think we need to get a shop for a business, that's not what we need. Maybe we need to do something else. If you don't have enough money or resources to actually set up a shop, you need to find another way to make sure your business can grow even without actually opening a shop. And it is not impossible. A shop is usually the best thing. Everybody wants a shop because it gives you really good traffic. But sometimes it's not the answer if you don't have resources, because like I've shared before, if you don't have resources and you open a shop, you'll close your shop and you might actually have to close your business. So this is what I'd tell you to do if you've answered that you don't have working capital or set up capital for your shop and you don't have a good location. So if you've looked at all your considerations and you cannot get a shop, I would tell you, if you're home based or even if you have a separate workshop at your home where you bake, I tell you to actually work on your marketing and sales. Sometimes what happens, we have low sales because we don't have a really good marketing plan, or maybe we're not doing what we need to do to gain more sales and gain more customers. So I tell you to double down on your marketing plan. Make sure you sit down and find out exactly who is my target market. Make sure you know who you're selling. Like, make sure you write down and sit down and look at all the products you're selling and see who exactly would like my product. Am I selling wedding cakes? I need to maybe talk to brides to be. Maybe I'm not going to the right places where these brides to be are. Make sure you sit down and do the work it takes to actually market your business correctly so you are able to attract the customers you want. There's small resources, or the little resources you have, use them to actually market your business and you'll be able to get sales. You can still get sales even if you don't have a shop that's like right next to a major road. You just need to sit down and do huge planning and execution on very good marketing. Generally, if you do that, like that's what I did for my business and it worked so well. Attract the right clientele, put out content that actually attracts your client, and you'll be able to get the business that you need to grow your business. And if you really can get a shop, all the best. Make sure you do all the right things, market it very well, set it up very well so you're able to be successful in having a bakery shop. In conclusion, if your sales are low and you're thinking of getting a shop, first two things, consider if you have the money to set up and keep that shop going for 3 to 4 months. Find a really good location for that shop. If you cannot do those first two things, maybe you should not get a shop. What you should do is actually sit down, have a really foolproof marketing plan, and work really hard every day to grow your audience, grow your sales, and market your business in a way that increases sales for you, okay? So if you can do those things, you should be able to be fine. I hope those tips have really been helpful. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know if you really like this content, if it really helped you. If you're struggling with getting a shop, maybe you can leave a comment. I can see how I can help out. All right, so all the best to you. Keep caking. See you guys next time. Thanks.